If this spring has been bugging you, you're not alone. Gnats are everywhere, and with good reason.
We've had just a tremendous amount of snow melt and rain on top of that, so the rivers have stayed swollen for a lot longer than they normally do. Gnats develop in running water, and as you can see, we've had a ton of running water.
The Mississippi River is a prime spot for gnats. That's because they like to mate and live in that running water. Today, crews lined up along the walk bridge overlooking the Coon Rapids Dam to pour a non-toxic substance to kill the pesky gnats. Normally, the Metropolitan Mosquito Control District would have already treated the river, but they were delayed this year because of the high water.
Gnats attach themselves to twigs or rocks, and you put a bacteria in the water, and that goes downstream, and those gnats filter that bacteria out because that's how they eat, and that's what kills them. They're actually, they can't digest that bacteria.
The bacteria is specifically designed to kill black flies. It's not harmful to people, fish, or other wildlife. A good time to avoid the gnats is morning or midday, and midday Saturday could be the perfect time to take your first trip to the pool. Local swimming venues open this weekend, including the Crystal Cove Aquatic Center opens on Saturday. It features a zero-depth pool, a 25-yard lap pool, and what they call a jet stream water slide. The facility opens at 1 p.m. Saturday and Sunday. It might be the first day of summer vacation, but many students are spending the day helping someone in need have a healthy meal.
The need is the greatest I've ever seen it this year, between natural disasters, refugees, and just the normal hungry people that we're feeding.
Feed My Starving Children is inviting 5,000 volunteers to pack 1 million meals at the state fairgrounds on Friday and Saturday. A girl from Maple Grove is one of the volunteers who is passionate about helping other children get the food they need.
Changes their life because they get to actually run around and play. They get to do sports and play with their friends and go to parks, and they don't ever have to worry about food. And then they'll get all strong again and know that there is hope.
You can learn more information about how to volunteer on the Feed My Starving Children website. A new Crystal Theater is getting ready for an exciting new show. It also has an open house on Saturday. Eric Nelson has more on the newest option for local entertainment.
The Old Mill and Textile building in Crystal is morphing into something fun and exciting.
We want this to feel eclectic and cozy and fun.
In a couple weeks, the new occupant will be the Elysian Playhouse, where residents can see local theater and much more.
We're wrapping up all those little loose ends at the very end, getting all of the little paint splatters and things fixed up, so we're very, very close.
The Playhouse is Christine Wade's passion.
This is the actor hallway to get to the stage.
Wade and her husband have plenty of sweat equity invested in this venue.
I am so excited to be so close. I have such pride every time I bring anyone in the building.
The Playhouse is designed to be a community asset.
We're just really open to using the space however the community sees fit.
Elysian will be a multi-use theater that can be rented out or used for other events.
Various 4-H groups, shows, camps, all sorts of things. We're going to be doing our first show in July called Ruthless, and we'll have several other shows through our season.
Elysian will have an impressive theater stage, bright lights, a dressing room, and a community room. There is also a cabaret space with plenty of options.
And this really could be set up however you wanted. You could have tables and chairs, just chairs. We have a stage that'll be set up, a sound system in here.
The final step in this process will happen sometime early in the fall. A mural will be painted on the building and signage will go up next to the road. In Crystal, I'm Eric Nelson, CCX News.
Chalk it up. This weekend is certain to be a fun and colorful one, especially in Maple Grove. And that's where we find our weekend showcase beat reporter Neil Persley, who's standing by at Chalkfest. Hi, Neil.
That's right, Shannon. It's a beautiful day down here in Maple Grove, and we are getting ready for the 4th annual Chalkfest in Arbor Lakes. And with me is Nancy Whitelaw. Nancy, you're with the Arbor Lakes Business Association. I am. Tell me about what Chalkfest is and how many years you've done it and what it is. And
this is our 4th year for Chalkfest at Arbor Lakes, and what we've done is managed to bring in more artists each and every year. This year we are at 49 artists, so we're very excited about that. And it occurs on Main Street tomorrow between 10 and 5. You come early, you get to see the art created. And then on Sunday, it's also 10 to 5, and it will be, all the arts will be finished throughout the day. If you want, you can come in on after the festival and walk Main Street and go to the restaurants and enjoy yourself until about 10 o'clock, and then the art is scheduled to be washed off the street.
Now, it's not just for spectators. I mean, tell me about how you can participate.
You can participate because there are public art areas where you can draw your own freehand, or there are mandalas you can color in. And also participate by talking to one of our 20 vendors, as well as talking to the artists, because they love to talk about their work.
All right, now behind me is Sean McCann. He's a local artist from Crystal. He's doing some chalk art right now. And Sean, are you going to be out here tomorrow?
I am. I'm going to be out here all weekend, so looking forward to another great year.
Just briefly describe to me what you're going to be chalking tomorrow.
I am going to be doing a 3D piece this year, and so it's going to be a 3D crab that is going to have some fun elements to it, and so really looking forward to getting started with that. So
fantastic. Thank you, Sean. So don't miss it. The weather looks great. Come on down, Maple Grove, Main Street, Arbor Lakes. Live from Maple Grove, Neil Persley, CCX News.
All right, thank you, Neil. From colorful and creative to turning hot and humid, we leave you with more sights of what's to come at the Crystal Cove Aquatic Center.
It is time to shine for the state's top track and field athletes. We have a strong group from the northwest suburbs who should do well at this weekend's state meet. A beautiful but warm day one Friday for competitors at the Class AA meet at Hamlin. 3 local athletes finished in the top 5 of the boys triple jump. This is Wayzata's Nick Hedlund. His best jump 45 feet 10 1/4 inches. He finishes 5th. Joe Fondler of Hopkins goes 1 place better. Senior's best jump 45 feet 11 1/4 inches, and he places 4th. Edmund Okanchi of Champlin Park won the long and triple jump last week at the Section 5 AA meet. He finishes 2nd at state today with a top jump of 46 feet 8 inches. Now to the girls' high jump. Madison Johnson of Benilde St. Margaret's finishes 2nd for a 2nd year in a row. Johnson clears 5 feet 7 inches here and later went 5'9". Julia Rowles of Armstrong tied for 3rd in the high jump. We'll have highlights from day 2 at state Monday on our Sports Jam show here on CCX1. The Benilde St. Margaret softball team qualified for the state Class 3A tournament for the 3rd time in 4 seasons. Red Knights tournament opener, though, didn't go so well. 5th seeded Benilde facing 4th seed Cloquet in the state quarterfinals. Bottom of the 1st, the Lumberjacks' Keegan Anderson singles up the middle. Dana Jones and Bryn Martin both score on the hit. Cloquet adds 1 more run to lead 3-0 after 1. Jack's pitcher, Lucy Sinkinen, was solid. She gets a strikeout to end the top of the 2nd. The junior struck out 9 in 5 innings of work. Bottom 2, Olivia Diver draws a bases-loaded walk to pick up an RBI. Jones scores again, and it's 4-0 Cloquet. Next up is Anderson, and she flares a hit over 3rd base and into short left field. Martin and Kiana Bender both come in to score after scoring 1 more run in the inning. It's 7-0 Cloquet. Bottom of the 5th, Jones at the plate, and she singles to right field. Around 3rd base and in to score is Martin. It's her 3rd run of the day, and that one ends it as Cloquet beats Benilde St. Margaret's 10-0 in 5. After shutting out Visitation in their first consolation game, the Red Knights beat Mahtomedi 9-8 in the consolation final Friday morning. 4 Red Knights players had 2 hits each, including Sarah Houlihan, who homered for BSM. We'll have highlights and reaction from Maple Grove State Class 4A championship game Monday on Sports Jam here on CCX. Using super braids and fire line is the subject of this week's fishing tip on CCX. Here's Terry Tuma.
I'm going to try to answer some questions about when to use super braids or fire line, if you will. Yes, it has a lot of plus factors. There's no question about that. Thin diameter, baits are going to run deeper, a very sensitive line because of no stretch. And also too is that you can get good hook sets and so forth, but you're going to be able to feel what your bait is actually doing in the water column. You know, how's my crankbait vibrator? How about that jig and minnow? What's it doing there? But so you're identify bottom content, being able to tell if you got some debris on that jig or that crankbait. These are all plus factors, but there's a major trade-off. One is because of no stretch, you're definitely going to lose some fish. I don't think there's any question about that. Yes, you can add a mono leader. That's going to offset some of that stretch factors, something near the 4-foot snell length, if you will. But then two, use a loose drag system and a soft tip rod. That's going to help offset losing these fish because many times they're going to throw that bait that you're using. Fireline does not match or braid do not match all conditions, and neither does mono or neither does fluorocarbon. So we have a lot of factors to consider. Always remember, have some reels braid with each specific type of line.
Thanks, Terry. For more sports stories, go to our website at ccxmedia.org. And that's all for sports. More news after this.